Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakah Kodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us this truth and rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, Bahashim Rakah Kodash, Barakatham. It's the brother Kazaf from Medval 12 West Coast, coming back at it again with another lesson. And the title of this lesson, or not the title, Salaki, the topic, is going to be going into, the famine that's going to come, throughout the whole world. All right. And it's my second take, doing the lesson, for some reason, the video, had an error and it didn't want to save. You know what I'm saying? It's very, frustrating, man. But hey, man, got to do a take two. All right. Because this is very, important news. All right. So it came up, I came across this, through the RT, on their, Instagram page. All right, and it says the world has only 10 weeks left of wheat supply left. Experts warns the UN. All right, so this is going to, affect the whole world for them to warn the UN. All right, so continuing on, it says the clock is ticking down to a global food catastrophe. A food supply expert has warned the UN. Sarah Menker, the CEO of Grow Intelligence, a global company that uses artificial intelligence and public and private data to predict food supply trends, has stated that in no uncertain terms, all right, that the world has around 10 weeks worth of wheat left. All right, now wheat is a building block of food, man. All right, it's one of the building blocks of nutrition. There's so many foods that depend on wheat. Like the simplest one is bread, cornflakes, all right, things like that. They depend on wheat in order to grow, in order to be made, in order to be produced. So without wheat, a lot of the foods is gonna be done away with, man. Which is going to leave people with less options to eat. All right. Now you factor that in, with the economy, the hyperinflation. All right. The upwards of the people. And we have ourselves a time like never before seen. Martial law. So continuing on, and it reads, and the conflict in Ukraine isn't the root cause, says Menker, but simply added fuel to a fire that was long burning. All right, which that's, what I'm saying? These people, always trying to scapegoat, trying to, take the blame off themselves. Because I highly believe, and I'm going to bring out a couple articles, that show this. I believe through the spirit that this devil is, bringing about a famine. All right, that Esau, these elites are taking actions to bring about a famine, a man-made famine. All right, because they operate through tactics, through craftiness. Okay, in order to force the people, the masses, to take their charagma, all right, and be a part of their new world order. Okay, and another thing too. All right, they got the Georgia Guidestones. They want to reduce the population to 500 million. So before they even give out the option, all right, for these Babylonians to, to take, to bring about, take the charagma, it's gonna be a lot of death, man, and it only makes sense, all right, because of the wickedness of this sinful kingdom, man. All right, of this wicked kingdom. All right, pardon my stammering lips. All right, so continuing on, and it says, it has, however, exacerbated existing problems such as widespread fertilizer shortages, supply chain issues, and record droughts, meaning that the cupboards is now almost bare. All right, now we all know what scripture, comes to mind when we read that. All right, which I'm going to bring it out, shortly. I'm going to read it again. Actually, I'm going to bring it out. If any, this could be foundational precept, man. It reads, it has, however, exacerbated existing problems such as widespread fertilizer shortages and supply chain issues and record droughts, meaning that the cupboard is now almost bare. So the first part of the sentence is it says problems such as widespread fertilizer shortages. Now, fertilizer is essential, to for them to grow crops of any kind, right? Not just wheat, but crops of any kind, fruits, vegetables, all right? You name it, man. So with fertilizer shortages, the fields are not going to be able to be sown, okay? And then what does it say? Supply chain issues, got the supply chain crisis, all right? Record droughts, right? You have that factored in, all right? Meaning that the cupboard is now almost bare, okay? And what scriptures does that bring about? The book of 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 22, all right? And it reads, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, okay? So that's that fertilizer shortage, all right? Without that, you can't grow the crops. And that's the sown places appearing unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's what's going to happen. All right, it's coming. It's only a matter of time. All right, Menker urged global leaders to take action or risk an extraordinary amount of human suffering and economic damage. Dang. An extraordinary amount of human suffering. Let's go into that. The book of Lamentations, chapter 4. All right, chapter 4, verse 9. All right, now this was during the time, when we, as the children of Israel, primarily the southern kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right, we're going through it, and we're being judged heavily, man. All right, how Shah raised up, the Babylonians, and they were just devastating our people. They had Jerusalem besieged, meaning they were around, had an army surrounding Jerusalem, and that what that basically did was cut off supplies. And you go into the accounts, it was cannibalism. It was parents feeding on the children, eating up their children. And guess what? Nothing is new under the sun. All right? Nothing is new under the sun. It's gonna repeat. You see these people, man. You see this sinful people, man. Right? Concerning our people, the children of Israel. You see how they are towards their children. You see the attitude that they have. All right. You see how, the daughters of Zion are so opposed, to everything that's righteous. Okay. I just saw a clip today of a northern tribe chick. It was on the social media. A northern tribe chick really, going out for that abortion. Talking about she'll kill 10,000 babies in a day and then she'll eat them. And that's the northern tribe woman, man. The one that's supposed to be the lesser of as far as, being a demon. But hey, they are demons, man, because they riding off the juice of these head tribe women, man. So they, turning into demons, man. But just going into that, you know what I'm saying? These people are ready to do that, man. How they put their goals before their kids. They don't really love their kids. As the scripture says, book of Matthews, chapter, let me see. Book of Matthews, chapter 24. All right. So Matthews 24 and 12. Grab it real quick. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. All right. Because iniquity shall abound. Meaning because of all this wickedness, all the wrong vibrations being upheld here in Babylon. All right. The love of many shall wax cold. It's a cold world, man. It's a very cold world. You got kids dying. Their moms don't even care, man. And moms don't even care. The kids is just another means for them to benefit off the system, to benefit off, their husbands. If their husbands got some type of bread to them, got some substance to them, hey,